So this is Adobe Premiere Pro 2020. It is used for primarily video editing, but is a rather versatile tool for many things. But I am going to focus on just the general editing side of it, give you a preview of what it can do. So firstly, we'll start by going down here, going to import some media. You see I've already got a couple of videos here. We're just going to drag them in, use them for now. We're just going to do a couple of different things just from these clips to show what Adobe can do. The other side of the source panel is the audio section. As you can see here, you have the sound file, different times, different levels of noise. You can alter back and forth, and that just works basically the same as the video section, same controls with all the similar functions. So I want to take a portion of this video. So I'm going to mark my in point with I there. Just going to play this for a bit.
Oh man, they're all here. It's just like Smash Bros. Everyone's here.
I'm just going to set an out point there, and that's the one, that portion of the video which I want. So I just want to make a subclip of that, which is Control U, and we will just name this subclip. Going to leave that unticked and just hit OK, and that adds it down here with a different icon showing that it is a subclip. Now if I double click that, it will take up here to my source and it will just play the entire clip.
Oh man, they're all here. It's just like Smash Bros. Everyone's here.
See, and it's just the portion of the clip in which I made the in and out point and made a subclip from. Now that I've got a couple of subclips made up, we can now begin to edit them and put them together down in the timeline. So there's two ways you can bring this over. You can either drag it from up here in the source panel. So if I just bring that one up, I just drag that down, and it starts the preview of the subclip and creates a new section over here in the media. The other way is that you can drag it over from the media section itself, and it just clips itself in as a default into that panel. So I'm just going to bring over all of these clips and just lock them all into together. There we go. You would have noticed once I took the clips down here into the timeline that this panel now has something in it. And this is just a preview of the total timeline put together. So if I wanted to, I could play that all the way through and I would see everything put together as it is, which at the moment it's a bit sketchy, so we're going to do some edits to that. As you see, this is not taking up very much space, and it is also a bit difficult to see what's going on down there. So we can increase this by hitting the plus key, we can reduce it by hitting the minus key, or we can fill the space with the backslash key. We also can use our standard controls of J, K, and A.
Oh.
And another thing we can do whilst in this frame is we can actually edit the audio. We can do that by either right clicking and going to audio gain, which brings up this panel and lets us do alterations for preference. We can also access that panel with ease with the G shortcut. This panel has a lot of different tools to it, especially when toggling on and off for certain things to do different little things as per required. But I'm not going to go into all of them in this video. There will be certain portions of the timeline that you want to clean up. So we can do this by going and pressing C, which brings up the razor tool. See how it's now a little razor. But if we
Smash Bros. Everyone's here.
So here how there was the long drawn out exhale there, so I'm going to get rid of that. So if I just click here, and then if we press V to go back to our select tool, click on that, and if we press Alt backspace, it ripples that together. We'll just play with that quickly.
Bros. Everyone's here.
And now it's gone. You can trim some of your panels by hovering over the line here and see how there's the red arrow. So we just click that, adds the red highlight, and we can drag that right to reduce it or left to extend it if needed be. Next thing you want to do is transition your frames smoothly. So if I play over these few here,
Pros, everyone's here. Ooh, no. What?
see how it just jumps from frame to frame? It's not really ideal, so we're going to smooth that out. So you can do that by adding an effect. Premiere Pro has a lot of different effects. Some of them are really tricky to do, but we're just going to focus on a very basic one called cross dissolve, which already has its own shortcut, which is Shift D. So if I just click here to get the highlight and press Shift D, see how it's got the yellow box? That means the effect is now added. So if I go back and play over that frame,
Smash Bros, everyone's here.
see how smoothly it transitioned over that into the next one, as opposed to this coming frame.
Ooh, no.
It just jumps. So I'm just going to add that cross dissolve to all of them. Shift D, and we'll just play over that one more time.
Bros, everyone's here. Ooh, nice. What? Sniper cancel as well.
Now that we've done all that editing, next thing and last thing that we want to do is to export the video. So to do that, make sure that you have at least the timeline selected, or you can have it selected over here in your media panel. And you will just go over here to File and down to Export and Media, and that will bring up this window. And here we get to select our options on how we want to export it. So we can change the format. So H.264 is a more higher quality export, so I want to keep that. I want it to be a YouTube 720p video. However, you do have a lot of different options depending on what your preference is or what you specifically need it for. These panels down here have a lot of different options in them as well, but I'm not going to edit any of them this time around. You can go through them of your own accord. But up here, if we click this, we'll choose where it's going to go to, and we'll let us alter name. So I just want that to go to my desktop, and I'm just going to change that to preview video and hit save. Now down here I can export directly to the desktop, but that's going to use all of Premiere Pro's resources, which means I won't be able to continue to use the program. However, if I hit Q, it opens up another program called Media Encoder. And what that does is it's a separate program that does the exporting, which saves the use of Premiere Pro for the exporting and allows you to use the program. Then if we just hit Start Queue, it will start exporting that video for me. Now the exporting's done, let's have a look at what we've made.
Oh, man, they're all here. It's just like Smash Bros, everyone's here. Ooh, nice. What? Sniper cancel as well. Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, you got it. Okay.
And that is some basic editing abilities through Adobe Premiere Pro. If there's anything more that you want to learn or want to learn the skills more in depthly, I recommend using LinkedIn Learning. Thank you.